Hey guys, welcome to Heartspeak Warriors Forum. I'm Jennifer Chappell, and I know I promised you a story about Roderick and I, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to post a second video this week, probably either Thursday or Friday, because this video I wanted to talk to you about taking advantage of the time that you have and how quickly time flies by. The reason I want to do that is because it's been on my mind all week. It's actually been on my mind for 2 weeks, and I want to make sure that we get a chance to talk about it. And I wouldn't normally do a video from my car at work, but it's literally been on my mind all day, and since it's Tuesday and I owe you a video anyways, I figured I would just go ahead and get it in while I took a break from work. It is literally like 2:40 and I'm just now getting around to my lunch break. So I wanted to take advantage of that by getting a chance to talk to you guys. So before we get all the way into the video, let's go ahead and do what we always do and hear from my honey over at Plant Based Homestead Pepper.
Hey everybody, welcome to Heartspeak Warrior Forum. I have Jennifer right here with me. Isn't it amazing how she's doing a video, but she's right here with me? So what I want you guys to do, come check out Plant Based Homestead Pepper when you finish. Keep watching Heartspeak Warrior Forum, but subscribe to
both channels. Okay, and welcome back to Heartspeak Warriors Forum. Again, I'm Jennifer Chappell, and if you've been here before, thank you for thinking enough of us to come back. If it's your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment as we go along, and don't forget to share. And be sure to send a few other travelers this way so we can all get a chance to get to know each other very well indeed. Okay, so like I said, today I want to talk to you about taking advantage of the time that you have. So I want to start by telling a quick story about my mother and my father. So my father and my mother got divorced when I was very young, and we never did get a chance to spend a lot of time together. He actually moved to Tennessee and got married to someone else who is a wonderful woman. I love my stepmother. It's crazy how wonderful and how good of a person she is. But to say that is to say that he wasn't around very much. We had a couple of phone calls. He was able to come to my graduation. He was able to be in my wedding. It was wonderful. So we tried to make the most of the time that we did have together, but needless to say, it was very limited. And he got sick. He had skin cancer that actually metastasized to his brain, and he went through gamma radiation treatment, and he had some chemo pills, I think, that he was taking at home. And eventually, when he thought he might be making some improvement, of course he went back for his follow-ups to the doctor, and it was worse. It was much worse. There were more tumors in his brain. The tumors that were there were bigger, so the treatment was ineffective, completely ineffective. And in essence, he decided that he would rather enjoy the time that he had left instead of spending the time going through more radiation, more chemo, and being sick for the last few months of his life. So he chose quality over quantity, and we all understood that, and we respected that decision. And he actually threw a birthday party the last year he was alive, his very first birthday party. And my brother and I flew out there to be with him. And when he died, we flew back out there for his funeral. His birthday was in March. He died that August. So, you know, we tried to be good about giving him room enough to make that decision, as well as allowing him to feel good and vindicated in choosing quality over quantity versus trying to get him to stick around, because at that point he would have been sticking around for us and not for him. For my mother, several years ago, she actually had a heart attack while she was at work, and they took her to the hospital, and she ended up having to have a stent put in, which is pretty normal for a heart attack patient. And so we didn't think that it was anything more serious than that. And then she had something very rare happen. She had a thrombus in her stent, which doesn't happen very much. And from that point, we knew that it wasn't necessarily a normal issue that she was having. but we figured that that would have been the end of it. The doctor had said that she had had some blockage that apparently had been around for quite some time, because her heart actually formed a natural bypass, which never happens. So she had some rarities going on. And if anyone out there knows my mother, if you're part of the Plant Based Homestead Pepper family, you've seen Mary Morgan pop on. You know that she's a very vibrant, very outspoken lady. And she also has this penchant for not necessarily getting sick all the time, but when she does indeed have issues, it is either go big or go home. She does not have anything small happen to her, and a lot of the rare things that never happen to heart attack patients, she was finding herself going through. So once they got the thrombus, when she had the thrombus, they actually take her back in to relieve the pressure that the thrombus was causing within the stent. So she actually spent several weeks in the hospital, and over that time she had a couple of arrhythmias, and so the doctor did not want to send her home until he could either put a I guess what they're called an external defibrillator, or they actually put a defibrillator in. So she had to stay in the hospital for that. But during her hospital stay, she actually flatlined for 4 minutes. My husband was there with her that night. I had gone home the night before. I was exhausted, and so I was on my way to the hospital when I got the phone call that they were working on her, performing CPR and everything, and they managed to get her back, but she was down for about 4 minutes and scared everyone, but they did manage to get her back. And then of course the doctor was all that more pressed to get that defibrillator put in. So when we were getting ready to leave, they were actually getting ready to let her leave the hospital, and she had what I can only describe as a seizure, and she passed out, and she became very diaphoretic. You know, she was sweating and everything, and we weren't sure what was going on then. And all the nurses rushed in, and they started working on her to kind of get her to come back, because she was non-responsive, and she was able to come out of that. And eventually we were able to get her checked out and get her home after she had spent the better part of, I believe, 3 weeks in the hospital. And we were finally able to get her home, and then Roderick and I moved in with her for about a month. So I say all that to say this: you never know what's going to happen. You never know what sudden problems might occur or what choices people might make. Because even after my mother got out of the hospital, the doctor basically told her to get her affairs in order. She only had about 15% heart function. I had done some research on it. You know, there was either, you would either do the LVAD, which is basically like an external battery that keeps your heart running, or you get a heart transplant. And she didn't want to do either of those things. And so I told her if she just wanted to eat cheeseburgers and watch movies and be fat and happy for the rest of the time that she had left, whatever it was, that I was going to support her in that. And all I needed her to do was put it in writing, so I wouldn't have to fight with her brothers and sisters about it. But if she wanted to fight and try to get better and follow all the directions of the doctor, she could also do that, and I would support her and be there with her. And good to say she's still here, and she's got a lot of that heart function back. I believe she's up to 35% last time we checked in. So I'm, really excited about that, but everyone's not that lucky, and we have to keep that in mind when you're thinking about tomorrow, and you're thinking about your future plans, and you're so concerned about what may happen 2 weeks from now or a month from now, or you're planning that vacation that's 6 months out, and all of those things are making you forget that today is happening, right now is happening. That's bad. Okay, I just want to put that out there. That's bad. There's nothing wrong with looking forward. There's nothing wrong with having dreams and goals and ambitions, but you need to make sure that you are present every single day, that you are here with us every single day, that you are absorbing all the tiny moments that happen every single day that, are easily overlooked. Break times at work are easily overlooked for getting something done. The truth is, and I tell this to a lot of my coworkers, the truth is that if you work yourself to death, work yourself into a frenzy and die, they will have someone else in your chair on Monday to do your job. It is it is imperative that you take care of yourself, that you think about what you want to do today, right now, that's going to maximize what you're getting out of life. You want to squeeze every drop of good feeling, positive energy, good vibes, and every bit of joy that you can get out of a day. There's a meme, I believe, or just a quote on the internet that's been kind of circling around. I hope that I get it right. If I mess it up in the video, I'll be sure to put it down in the description and you guys can just take a look at it down there. But basically what it says is there's so many seconds in a day, and if someone upsets you for 10 of those seconds, you know, don't let those 10 seconds ruin the other 8 million or 86,000 or however many it is. It's the same thing with, they do the same comparison with money. You know, they say you have $86,350. If someone steals $10, does that ruin, or does that devalue, or does that make the other $86,340 completely worthless? It doesn't. Take advantage of the moments that you have right now, because you never know whether or not you're going to get any more of them. You don't know what's going to happen when you're driving home from work. That's, you know, you never know what kind of accidents you're going to come upon. There have been plenty of times when Roderick and I have been driving and we realized that we were coming up on an accident that we could have been involved in, but because we were running just 5 minutes behind, we weren't there when that accident happened. You know, we could have been those people in that accident. We also talk a lot about, you know, the unknown and uncertainties. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. You can only hope for it. And I did a video before that said, you know, today is dying, tomorrow never comes, you know, things like that. Like, today literally is waning. Right now, it's the middle of the day. The past is gone. There's nothing I can do about it. It's dead. It's over. Today is already quickly getting away from me. And if I'm not maximizing every single minute that I'm getting to benefit my well-being and my health and my mental strength and pushing myself forward for my own goals and ambitions, and not just building the dreams of other people. And when I say that, I mean to say, you know, corporate dreams. Always help your friends in their dreams, push them, you know, make them do the same thing that you're doing, taking full advantage of every single day. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that I got that off my chest, because it's really important to me that you guys do that, especially during this time of the year. A lot of the times we're so focused on Christmas Day, we're so focused on getting the presents wrapped, getting the house decorated, getting the tree up, making sure that we bought something for every single person that we know, making sure that we sent out the Christmas cards so that they arrive on time, making sure that everything is just perfect, the milk and cookies are out for Santa, and we forget about the days that are leading up to that. We forget about all the smiles from the family, all of the hugs from our friends that we are passing by simply to get to one day of the year. So guys, I love you. If no one else ever tells you in your whole entire life that you're amazing, I believe that you're amazing. I appreciate you. I love you. I think that you're the greatest person that I know. I'm so glad that you're here with me whenever you stop by Heartspeak Warriors Forum, just to drop by and watch the channel, to leave a comment, just to say that you were here and that you're part of the family. I love you so much and I appreciate you. Go out, do something fabulous for yourself today. Do something that you wouldn't normally do. Do something that scares you. Take advantage of every single minute that you're given today, because God knows we'll never get another day that is this day. Once this day is in the books, it's in the books forever. There will be another December 16th, but there will never be another December 16th, 2019. I love you guys. Go be amazing. Go tackle someone, be a rainbow for someone else, spread around a lot of joy, help someone else see the benefit of taking advantage of the moments that you're giving, because the rest of them completely uncertain and definitely unpromised. All right, guys, I hope that as always, I am providing you with some kind of motivation, inspiration, and practical information for your daily routine, because that's the goal of the videos and at Heartspeak Warriors Forum. And like I said, like, share, comment. I love reading your comments and I work really hard to reply to each and every one of them. And subscribe if you haven't already, and then ring that bell so that you can get notifications of the new videos. All right, guys, I love you. And again, I'm sorry about the story. I know I owe it to you. I'm going to get it to you, I promise, on Thursday. So see me back right here on Thursday for that new video about how Roderick and I not necessarily met, but how we kind of ended up, I guess, traveling the same road at the same time. All right, guys, bye.